Alright, what's going on guys? Kirk here from MotoGear TV. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Today we're going to be kicking things off by talking about another mod we're going to be doing to the engine bay. As some of you may have seen from the previous install video that we did on the carbon fiber intake from Turner Motorsport, you would know that I mentioned something about upgrading the look of the engine itself. Now today, thanks to Turner Motorsport once again, I was able to find the perfect carbon fiber piece to set the engine off. So we're going to get right into it, show you the piece that I have and get this thing installed. Alright. Now this is a fairly large piece. I'm not sure if any of you guys can guess what it is, but let me take it out and show you. Now I've been wanting to do something that's going to give the N55 engine a different look, and I really think that this piece achieves that. Trust me, are you guys ready for this? And bam, there you guys have it. Brand new matte carbon engine cover from Turner Motorsport. Alright, and here she is, brand new from Turner Motorsport. It's their engine cover for the N55 platform. Really fantastic piece if I do say so myself. The carbon fiber weave on this is truly magnificent, super clean, and really happy with how this looks. Now, as most of you N55 owners would know, one thing that really identifies our engines is the engine cover. Now, Turner Motorsport was kind enough to put their own twist on it. To me, I think this engine cover gives a really nice update to the N55 engine. It looks really similar to what some of the S55 engines are currently running, and overall the design to me is super unique, especially when comparing it to the stock one. Now, a big reason why I opted for this, obviously because it matches the carbon fiber intake, but most importantly because of how different it is. As you guys would see, it has a much more narrow design, and because of this, it'll allow us to now see the intake manifold. Now, I do have some more plans for this engine in the future, and being able to see the intake manifold is going to come in real handy once we get to that step. Now, I know the cover itself looks pretty plain right now, but I did want to make a couple of enhancements to it before we get it installed. First things first, I did want to show you at least what the kit comes with. It does come with a OEM emblem. This is going to go right here. We have the cutout, it's pretty easy to install, and it also comes with these rubber grommets, also OEM. These are going to allow us to have the mounting points to go directly to the engine, and I kind of wanted to point out something very unique to this piece, especially as you guys would see, it's full carbon both on the inside and the out. Now, because of this, I was a little bit concerned about how the heat would affect the carbon, and just to make sure for good preventative measure, I decided to go ahead and get some gold reflective heat tape. I think this should complement the inside of the cover very nicely, not only looking good but also keeping the heat insulated. In addition to all of that, I decided to go one step further and add this decal to it. Now, this is a heat resistant decal. It says Empower right there, and it also comes in gold metallic, which is going to complement everything else on the car as well. I know that because we were losing this powered by M, I decided to do something a little bit different and add my own touch to it, so I think it should look pretty good. So that's pretty much what the setup is going to look like right now. Let's go ahead, flip this around, get things started, and show you what it looks like. Now, just so you guys are aware, this engine cover will fit all Gen 2 N55 engines, mainly the ones that come in the first gen M2, M235i, 335i, and 435i. I don't believe this is going to work on the N55 motor that comes in the 5 series because the shape is a little bit different. Alright, so right now I think we're just going to lay out the gold heat tape. I think we're going to just lay it out along the main structure of the cover itself. I'm going to leave this piece open because we're going to be mounting the emblem, and yeah, anything to kind of protect it from getting heat damage. Alright, what do you guys think? Pretty sick, right? I think we have enough coverage. Next step, we're going to add the rubber grommets to the 4 sections right here and then move on to the other side. Now next step is going to be the emblem. Alright, now initially I wanted the emblem to basically lay vertical like this, so when you open the engine you can kind of see it. This is how the one on the stock engine cover looks, but because of the way these slots are, I won't be able to lay it down vertically. So the next option that I'm going to be okay with is going to be to lay it down horizontally, and that's going to really tie into the M-Power decal as well, so I'm fine with that. So like that, and then basically all you need to do is push down the ends on the other side to hold it, to lock it into place. Alright, now with the ends secured, emblem is nice and centered, we can move on to the last step, which is going to be to lay down the M-Power decal. Alright, so I basically lined off the reference point where I want to mount the decal. Pretty much going to peel it off and center it. Basically want to try to align the M with the BMW logo itself. Ah, will you guys look at this? Sick. Really happy with how this came out. Lines up pretty nicely, if I do say so myself, and definitely gives it a nice touch. So let's go ahead and pop this in. So one thing I wanted to point out, the mounting points for this engine cover were slightly different from the new one. What we're gonna have to do is to use a size 13 box wrench to take the mounting points off and readjust them to fit the new cover. Alright, so we're basically gonna have to relocate this mounting tab in the far top right hand corner, relocate it to the front of the valve cover, and then this tab all the way in the back, we're gonna have to relocate it to this one right here. Alright, so these are our grommet mounting tabs as I mentioned before. I'm going to put the first one right here in the front. Alright, and there you guys have it. The cover install is finally complete, and damn, I must say it really improves the look of the engine. Once again, big shout out to Turner Motorsport for making an awesome carbon fiber piece. The fitment was good for the most part. The only issue I kind of ran into was the fitment right here with the oil cap. As you guys can see right there, it's a little bit close. But other than that, everything else fit pretty nicely. It did take a little bit of maneuvering just to get the fitment nice and properly on the tabs. But other than that, as you guys can see, it really updates the look of the engine. I'm super happy with it. Everything looks much cleaner in my opinion. You can really see the engine more significantly right now. And again, having access to see more of the engine is going to come super handy once you go ahead and move to the next step of the build process. Again, for those of you who are interested in getting this cover for your N55 engine, it's going to be available on Turner Motorsport. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below just so you guys can check it out. And if you guys have any questions on fitment or anything like that, feel free to leave it in the comments. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like. As usual, for those of you who are new, be sure to consider subscribing as well for more geared up content. Trust me, just bear with us guys. We're going to be doing some more regular uploads in the coming weeks. We have a few things that we've been working on the side, so you're gonna have to stay tuned for all of that. But not much else to say. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Until the next one, we're gone.